Okay, this is the fourth and final video about if you are dating a widower and the red flags that go along with that. This is the one I've been waiting for because it's a mic drop, gang.
The big one.
This is the big one. What are we talking about today, babe?
We are talking about if he has made no room or very little room for you in his life.
And you know what that means? In his house.
Yeah.
When you walk into if you go to their home, and by the way, if he doesn't bring you to the house, that's a big red flag, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, not right away, but eventually you should see where they live.
Yeah.
If you walk in and there's pictures of her everywhere and there's piles of mail around, this actually happened to a client of mine years ago.
Yeah.
Paperwork everywhere that he could not clean up. Her clothes were still in the closet. This is huge. And by the way, he'd been a widower for years. It wasn't like it just happened.
Yeah.
Because that is a process in itself.
Yep.
But when you came into my house, honey, did you see Pietro anywhere other than, I'm not talking about emotional discussions, but was there clutter around of his?
There was, I think, one picture.
That's right.
And,
Did you see that the first time you came over?
yeah, it was just right over here.
Oh, wow. I didn't know.
Yeah, of course I saw that. I think I asked you, do you have a picture of Pietro? I was wanting to see this off-the-boat debonair Italian, and when I saw him, I'm thinking, if I was a woman, I'd have fell for him.
Now, this is really a great story because I'm an extreme intuitive, very empathic, and I had one picture left. Now, this is a year and a half after he passed, so I had gone through a lot of removing things around to help me process his departure, taking pictures, clustering on walls, and little by little things moved and came off walls. But there was this one 8x10 that I had sort of on the lower shelf underneath the TV, pushed way in the back, and of course he saw it. And then I received a very strong message 3 weeks after we were dating that it had to be put away. And I understood that to be that was comforting and also heart-wrenching because I knew I was entering into a new chapter.
Yeah.
But that's another story. But the point is, this...
if you walk into, you finally get to the house and you walk into the master bedroom's closet and 75% of it is all her clothes.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
a flag. That's a huge flag.
Well,
are bills lying around that can't be picked up?
Well,
or
if it's like a museum
mail,
to her.
I should say mail, not bills.
Donna's late husband Pietro dated a woman one time, and he went there,
that's right.
and her husband's uniform, he had been a firefighter, his dress uniform was draped over the couch like he was getting ready to pick it on up and get into it, and the fact he'd been gone like 5-6 years.
Right.
And it was like almost like a
about
museum to her late husband.
Right. Now, it's nice to honor your late spouse. We still
sure.
love them just because they depart. But that's a great point. Great memory, doll. Because I asked Pietro, why didn't you marry her? And he said she didn't want to. So that would have been a red flag for him if he was looking for marriage, which he obviously wasn't. But it was like every time we went to her house, her late husband was sitting on the couch, right? So these are, if something physically is still around and not being able to be picked up and cleaned out, that is a huge red flag. That's an emotional blockage of not being able to, God forbid, clean it out, throw it away. I mean, there's emotional stakes here.
I was going to say there's an emotional blockage. He's not available in a lot of ways.
Right.
And do you really want to be in a relationship with someone who is emotionally unavailable?
Right.
Because if you walk in and he still has her physical things there, like I said, if it's almost like a museum to her, it's very probable that he's still in love with her to a point to where you will not be first.
Now, here's this part of a story that might help you. And only you can discern if this is going to apply to you. But we have clients, this is a couple of years ago, where they got married, he was a widower, and she told me he can't get rid of her every time we move. They've been together 10 years, and the bag of his late wife's clothes followed them everywhere in a box of her things. And finally, the wife said to him, why don't you see if her parents would like this stuff? And see, that made it okay to release it.
Yeah.
And he did. They were thrilled. It was a wonderful cleansing and smart on her part to bring that up.
Yeah.
And this is super important. So you have to decide and discern if you make a gesture. Are you willing to be married to somebody for 10 years with the late spouse's things gathering around? I don't know. That's up to you. But it was a great suggestion on her part.
Yeah.
And this is real stuff. So you want to pay, if you're dating for the first time or you're just going out 2 or 3 times, that's a blockage. That's an emotional shutdown. That's lack of oxygen right there for your new relationship that you say you want.
Now, at the same time, if he doesn't seem to be putting that in the forefront, the people that she mentioned, they're extraordinarily happily married.
Right, right. Yeah, for like 25 years now. But
Yeah.
but you have to discern. You've got to figure out, because I will tell you, this is before you, honey, when I was reaching the point of cleaning out my late husband's closet, wow. First of all, I had emotional boxes, and so there were giving things to his children that was easy release. That was easier release. Donating so that somebody else benefited was easier release. But I couldn't throw things out. That was heart-wrenching. And I remember, this is kind of funny, I kept trying to throw away his underwear. And every time I picked up the underwear drawer and walked through the living room to the kitchen to throw them out, I started bawling and turned around and put them back in the drawer. And that's okay. Honor the process. But if you're dating a widower who has no emotional connection to understanding how to process that, that's going to leave you sort of on the sidelines of an emotional relationship. And I don't know if that's what you want.
Yeah.
You have to decide.
Yeah.
Right?
Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to our video.
Yep.
We have a link below that Donna has that is her 3 pillars of dating.
Yeah.
It's also a link to her book.
Yep.
There's so much information she's giving you for free
Yeah.
that will help you on your dating journey. We
Yeah.
say thank you for joining us. Is there anything else you would like to say?
Yeah, the freebie is about the 3 pillars, so grab that, the ABCs. And then also, you have no idea how important this is for you to like us and comment us and share it and tell your widow girlfriends or who are out dating widowers to take a look at this. And if you like it, please subscribe, and we'll see you on another video. Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be that hard. Don't make it harder than it is.
Don't make it hard.